located on Route 24 in Lewis.
Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
All right, a lot of stuff going on today in the news. Jess, what you got?
All right, so Rudy Giuliani appeared before a special grand jury in Atlanta yesterday for several hours that is investigating attempts by former President Donald Trump and allies to overturn his 2020 election defeat in Georgia. The former New York City mayor and Trump attorney is a target of the probe. Although grand jury proceedings are secret, witnesses are banned from discussing it, but Rudy Giuliani said that he didn't plan to talk about his testimony.
Is he pleading the fifth?
So he appears before an Atlanta grand jury in the 2020 election probe.
It's not about when he got, like,
I have no idea,
beat in
honestly.
the bat.
Oh, gosh, beat.
Yeah.
And now I can talk about that. I enjoyed that video and, the
enjoyed it.
headlines. And
See, isn't that jacked up? Jessica enjoys when he got beat.
when it contained violence. He said
When he was assaulted?
Injured and assaulted.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
He had to go
All
get
right.
checked out after
So
that.
he did. X-rays, all of it.
Stop.
I am so serious.
Stop.
Yeah. All right, so.
All
right. Now, former Vice President Mike Pence called on Republicans yesterday to stop blasting the FBI over the search of Donald Trump's home last week.
Here goes some audio.
That said, earlier today and elsewhere, I also want to remind my fellow Republicans, we can hold the Attorney General accountable for the decision that he made without attacking the rank and file law enforcement personnel at the FBI.
Yes. See, he only got half room applause.
Our party stands with the men and women who serve on the thin blue line at the federal and state and local level. And these attacks on the FBI must stop. Calls to defund the FBI are just as wrong as calls to defund the police.
Yeah, so there you go.
Wow.
Mike Pence standing up.
All right. So.
And that took courage. For him to take Liz Cheney, what she says takes courage, and that took courage.
We'll
for
see
him
what
to stand
happens.
up because people are out of their minds about this raid.
Says that he would consider testifying to the January 6th committee. So they added that in there as well. All right.
Well, they were after him. January 6th.
Well, now he may consider testifying.
Good.
All right.
Wow.
Now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, they are announcing an overhaul of the agency. It all came out yesterday, citing missteps in responding to the COVID-19 pandemic and saying that the organization needs to be more nimble in response to health threats. The AP says that it's not lost on me that we fell short in many ways. This has come Walensky. In responding to the coronavirus. The plan changes, which include internal staffing moves and steps to speed up data releases, are coming after a review of the CDC came out last week, and there was, quite a few discrepancies. Also, Jill Biden's communications director told CNN yesterday that the First Lady was feeling, quote, a bit better as she continues to isolate after testing positive for COVID-19 on Monday. Biden, who is fully vaccinated and double boosted and is taking the antiviral drug right now, Paxlovid, is still experiencing some cold-like symptoms. She is isolating at a South Carolina residence where she, President Biden, and several family members have been vacationing since last week and will remain there until she has 2 consecutive negative COVID tests. The president, who recently got over his bout with COVID, is expected to remain at the family's home in Delaware for the next few days.
Okay.
All right? And that is your update on that. Now, GM, General Motors, is recalling nearly 500,000 of its SUVs to correct the possible problem with the third-row seatbelts. The company said that the seatbelts might not have been properly riveted, increasing the chance of injury to passengers in a crash. The recalled vehicles are 2021 and 2022 models with the Cadillac Escalade, Chevy Suburbans, Chevy Tahoes, and Chevy Yukons, the GMC Yukons. So it's all concerning the third row of seats. Ocean Pines, if you are a resident of Ocean Pines, police are warning of a scam in these calls. The Ocean Pines Volunteer Fire department chief says that they are warning you of these scam calls. Locals have reported these scam calls appearing to be from the fire department. The fire department does not solicit by phone. Any calls requesting donations or to lower interest rates is completely false. So Ocean Pines is warning their residents of these scam calls. Also, hurricane season is slowly approaching, and Ocean City officials are hosting a meeting to help you get prepared in the event that one happens here on Delmarva. So the meeting is set to take place on Monday, August the 22nd at the Ocean City Town Hall. And 2 have now been arrested in connection to the April homicide in Dorchester County. The Maryland State Police have arrested 2 men in connection to this homicide that happened back in April the 10th. The Cambridge police responded to the 800 block of Fairmount Drive, finding the victim, who was identified as 20-year-old Corey Young, suffering from a gunshot wound, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. And now the Maryland State Police have arrested 2 men in connection to that homicide.
Okay. 2 things real quick. Governor Larry Hogan is in town, and he went to Secrets last night.
Nice, welcome.
It said on his Facebook page, we want to thank more than 1,500 people who came out last night to our event at Secrets. It was just a way to say thank you to so many people who have been with us on this journey over the past 8 years. Looking forward to 3 more jam-packed days over the shore this next week. So looking forward to that. Seeing him out and about. If you see Larry Hogan, pretty cool.
Pretty
cool. He's going to be here on the Eastern Shore. And also some crazy news coming up next in sports that could really affect Delaware football.
Okay.
So we will get into that coming up next. It is Throwback Thursday. Here's Bruno, Bill, and Jessica. Good morning.